Rakarth the Beastlord is the preeminent beastmaster among the Druchii. He is feared throughout the coastlines of the Old World, and has raided from Norsca to the coast of Araby. Astride his dragon Bracchus, Rakarth has captured countless slaves for the Dark Elves and for Karant. His black armor, beautifully and intricately made, protects him, while with his whip he commands beasts and underlings to do his bidding. The story of Rakarth begins when he was but a young elf. His father tried time and time again, with repeated failure, to tame the powerful black dragon known as Bracchus. This creature, though, was not to be taken on lightly, and resisted every chance he could. This continued resistance to training incensed Rakarth's father, and he ordered the dragon to be eliminated. The young Rakarth asked his father if he could keep the great beast, as long as he could ride it. Whether or not Rakarth's father thought he would survive, this is not known, and it's doubtful whether he even cared. What is known, however, is that Rakarth immediately went forward, and, with his dark stare, looked upon the dragon. Bracchus then knew that this was a being who reveled in cruelty and pain as much as he did. The dragon then allowed Rakarth to sit atop of him, and they have together ridden into battle since that day. Rakarth is the best beastmaster among all the Druchii, and it is said that within the beast pits of Karant are one of every known predator. Into battle, he drives this beast on while terrifying his foes with Bracchus and his dark gaze. During his famous raids up and down the coastlines of the Old World in 1974 of the Imperial calendar, Rakarth amassed a great host with which to do battle. This included Druchii warriors, glaive-wielding executioners, witch elves filled with bloodlust, cavalry on both horses and cold ones, and then there were his beasts. He had harpies beyond count darkening the sky, as well as carabis from the sea. The greatest of monsters, though, were his hydras. Over 36 of them sacked Brionne. During his attack on Brionne, Rakarth would use Bracchus to terrify the enemy and topple towers with the dragon's great bulk and talons. The hydras then went to the walls and picked off the soldiers off the ramparts with their razor-sharp teeth. There was once a great battle when the Beastmaster fought the forces of Ulthuan. It was a bitter fight amongst the two sides, despite Rakarth fielding a massive force of hydras. In his hubris, he thought that it would have been an easy victory, and it may have been if it weren't for the mages of the High Elves. With their powerful magic, they broke apart his Hydra forces. Only 3 of his Hydras survived the fight, though only 1 remained with him. This great beast was known as Direlife, which means burning fury. Rakarth saw great promise within this Hydra, so he eventually would make a deal with Morathi, who would use her own magical might upon the Hydra. With her dark power, she mutated the Hydra into something more terrifying. Direlife glowed blue with magical energy, and his skin ripped apart in the places where Morathi would put her evil runes. Direlife had become the first of the Spellthirster Hydras. When Direlife next went into battle, he had a resistance to magic, particularly high magic. After this, a program was started for the breeding of Spellthirster Hydras, and 1/10 of all of Direlife's offspring are born a Spellthirster. And now, no longer will wielders of the winds of magic stop his path of destruction. Rakarth is an interesting character. His lore has actually been changed over the years, and that's pretty much everything that stands as canon, barring the end times of course. And despite his lack of new canon, he still stands as one of the most ambitious of the Druchii. As always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.